breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alert.
Mayor gives shock order. Any Muslim caught doing this will be shot on sight. Europe has been facing an immigration crisis for years. Muslims have been streaming into numerous countries with little to no consequences. Germany and Great Britain, in particular, have seen many of their cities transformed into Muslim strongholds. The Islamists are well on their way to establishing the caliphate they so desire, and the European leaders are allowing it to happen. However, there is at least one country that is resisting. Italy is one of the few places in Europe that is unwilling to allow Muslims to run rampant through their country, and one Italian leader, in particular, is making a stand. Venice Mayor Luigi Brugnaro has announced that police officers in his city can shoot Muslims on sight for yelling Allah Akbar. The decision came after the gruesome terrorist attack in Barcelona, Spain last week. Brugnaro gave the order during the summer think tank meeting. He warned everyone that being caught yelling Allah Akbar will be met with a bullet. Anyone who shouts, "God is great" in Arabic, in St. Mark's Square can expect to be gunned down by snipers within 4 paces. His comments were met with boisterous applause by delegates. According to conservative Daily Post, Brugnaro is fed up with both the invasion and the murderous tactics employed by the droves of Muslims storming the shores of Italy. The UN politically correct mayor said that Venice needed to increase security when it comes to terrorism. He reminded the audience of the would-be attackers on the Rialto Bridge, saying the 4 men wanted to go and meet Allah, so any who aspire to do the same will be sent straight to Allah without having to throw them off the bridge. He said, "We will just shoot them." Later that evening he told reporters, "I have never been politically correct. In fact, I am politically correct, and that's why we also need a naval blockade against people coming into Italy from North Africa." A naval blockade would be a security improvement for the country. Italy has been deluged with African migrants, nearly 14,000 landing within 48 hours in one instance. In fact, from January to the end of June, the number of migrants was over 73,000, which is about half the amount of U.S. troops who landed in France on D-Day. About 23,000 landed on Utah Beach in World War II. Brugnaro is absolutely right to consider the migration a serious and deadly activity. His statements are oddly similar to President Trump's, and not so oddly, he's being attacked and ridiculed for them by a number of news outlets. Some people are treating his words like a joke. However, the cry of jihadists was first used by their prophet Muhammad in the 7th century when going into battle, and it is almost always on the lips of murderers when they slaughter innocent civilians. Americans know the phrase all too well. The notes made by the 9/11 bombers has a passage that said to shout the phrase, because this strikes fear in the hearts of non-believers. The event held on Tuesday centered around a panel designed to discuss radicalism and terrorism. However, the media and a few leftists in the town are laughing about the mayor's comments. His threat to take down anyone shouting the phrase was used as the butt of a joke at the conference. Florence's Mayor Dario Nardella decided to have a little fun with Brugnaro and yelled Allah Akbar after the meeting. Nardella later apologized, after many thought the joke trivialized terrorism, mocked Islam, or was in extremely bad taste considering the 13 dead and 125 wounded in the Barcelona attack. The rest of Europe needs to take a cue from Brugnaro and do exactly the same thing. If more leaders took a harder stand against Muslim extremists, perhaps many of the countries wouldn't be facing a crisis. Our leaders have a responsibility to their people. If they don't protect them, who will? After the Barcelona attack, hopefully, more leaders will be waking up and trying to come up with solutions to keep their districts safer for their residents and the tourists who are responsible for a large amount of their income. What do you think about the mayor's words? Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.